Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a breaking financial story that could change the future of money as we know it. Reports suggest that China is considering the launch of yuan-linked stablecoins, a move that could shake up global markets and put pressure on the US dollar's dominance. If this plays out, we could be witnessing one of the biggest shifts in global finance in decades. So buckle up, because in this video we'll explore what this means for the dollar, for China, for cryptocurrencies, and for the future of your money. What's happening? According to a recent Yahoo Finance report, China is reportedly looking into launching stablecoins that are directly tied to the value of its currency, the yuan. Now, if you're new to stablecoins, here's a quick breakdown. Stablecoins are a type of cryptocurrency that is pegged to a real-world asset, most commonly, a currency like the US dollar. Think of Tether, USDT, or USD Coin, USDC. They're designed to maintain a stable value, unlike volatile cryptos such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now imagine the same concept, but instead of being tied to the US dollar, these new stablecoins would be tied to the Chinese yuan. That means one digital token equals 1 yuan, with the backing and oversight of China's financial system. Why is China doing this? There are a couple of big reasons behind this move. First, China has long wanted to increase the role of its currency on the global stage. Right now, the US dollar is the king of international trade and finance. Most global reserves are held in dollars, and most cross-border payments are settled in dollars. But China, being the world's second-largest economy, doesn't want to rely so heavily on the dollar. By launching yuan-linked stablecoins, Beijing could push the yuan into international trade and cross-border transactions in a way that bypasses the dollar completely. Second, this is part of a bigger strategy called Dedollarization. Countries around the world, especially those that are not on good terms with Washington, are looking for ways to reduce their dependence on the US dollar. By offering a digital alternative, China could attract partners and allies to use its system instead of the dollar-based financial infrastructure. How would it work? So how would yuan-linked stablecoins actually function? Most likely, they'd be issued and managed under the supervision of Chinese regulators. They could run on a blockchain or some kind of hybrid system, combining the transparency of digital ledgers with the control of a central authority. The big question is whether this would be tied to China's existing digital yuan, which is already being tested in various cities. The digital yuan is a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, directly issued by the People's Bank of China. A stablecoin, on the other hand, might be issued by financial institutions but backed one-to-one with reserves in yuan. Either way, the point is clear. China wants to create a digital ecosystem that allows the yuan to be used globally, without going through the US dollar. What does this mean for the US dollar? Here's where things get really interesting. For decades, the US dollar has been the world's reserve currency. Oil is priced in dollars. International trade is settled in dollars. Even stablecoins today are mostly tied to the dollar. That dominance gives America enormous power, not only economically, but also geopolitically. But if China's yuan-linked stablecoins gain traction, it could slowly chip away at the dollar's role. Imagine countries in Asia, Africa, or the Middle East choosing to settle trade in yuan stablecoins instead of dollars. Over time, that could weaken demand for the dollar and reduce America's influence over global finance. Now, let's be clear. The dollar isn't going anywhere overnight. Its dominance is backed by decades of trust, strong US institutions, and the sheer size of the American economy. But moves like this show that alternatives are being built, and over time, those alternatives could grow. Will it impact on crypto and digital assets? Now let's talk about how this might affect the crypto world. Stablecoins have become the backbone of the digital asset ecosystem. Traders use them to move money quickly between exchanges, hedge against volatility, and settle transactions across borders. Right now, dollar-backed stablecoins dominate the space. But if China launches yuan-backed stablecoins, it could reshape the crypto landscape. We could see entire trading pairs built around the yuan. Exchanges in Asia might adopt it as a standard. And crypto investors would suddenly have another stable option besides dollar-backed coins. This could also accelerate adoption of digital currencies worldwide. If China takes the lead, other countries might feel pressured to follow with their own stablecoins or digital currencies, creating a much more diverse global ecosystem. Is there risks and challenges? Of course, there are big risks and challenges here. 1. Trust. Will international users trust a yuan stablecoin managed under Chinese regulation? Investors might worry about transparency, capital controls, or government interference. 2. Regulation. Stablecoins are already under scrutiny worldwide. The US and Europe are pushing for strict rules on how they're issued and backed. China would need to convince the world that its version is safe and reliable. 3. Geopolitics. Western nations might see yuan stablecoins as a threat to the global financial order. We could see pushback, restrictions, or even sanctions aimed at limiting their spread. So, why should you care? Because this story isn't just about China and the US dollar, it's about the future of money. We're moving into a world where digital currencies, stablecoins, and CBDCs could play a much bigger role in everyday life. If yuan stablecoins gain traction, they could influence everything from global trade to how crypto exchanges operate. And over time, that could affect markets, investments, and even the value of currencies you use every day. So here's the bottom line: China is reportedly exploring yuan-linked stablecoins, and if it moves forward, it could challenge the US dollar's global dominance. This isn't just a financial story, it's a geopolitical one, with the potential to reshape how the world handles money, trade, and power. The dollar is still strong, but new players are stepping onto the field. The next decade could bring a financial revolution, and we're watching it unfold in real time. What do you think? Could yuan-linked stablecoins actually rival the dollar? Or will this just be another experiment that fails to take off? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our deep dives into global finance and crypto trends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.